Good evening, Ned.
Good evening, Treb.
How are you doing this evening?
I am very excited about speaking with you.
Yes, and I am very excited to speak to you as well.
Great, great.
I know that you have many questions and ideas to share, so whenever you are ready to begin, you may.
Okay, I'm ready. I will just go ahead and start with my questions.
Yes!
Okay. When I lay on my back, I get that strange sensation just above the eyebrows, at the place of my third eye. It feels like I have a weak spot there. The best way to describe the feeling is as if someone is holding something very sharp too close to my third eye area. It gets very uncomfortable, and I just either have to stand up, turn sideways, or cover the area with something. Why do I get that feeling?
Yes! If it is possible, with your permission, if I am able to look into your energy, perhaps I will be able to express an idea that will be more useful.
Okay, you have my permission.
Yes! If you are able to close the physical eyes and to place an intent within yourself for me to connect your energy and push the energy from the inside of the physical body to the outside of the physical body and to continue pushing this out, in one moment I will connect to this.
Okay,
One moment, please.
okay.
Yes! Within your energy of the third eye chakra, this is one that had a blockage in your previous times, in the younger years. But now that you are beginning to learn more of yourself, now that you are opening up to more energy of the universe and accepting more aspects of yourself, this is beginning to open. The blockages are being removed at a very deep and very high pace, and energetically, when this is happening, this is a very good sign. The feeling of pain would indicate a negative experience, but with the energy and the way that it interacts with humans, from the non-physical to the physical self, this is a very great idea. It is a very positive aspect. As the energy is flowing through the physical body, coming from the heart chakra to the throat and into the third eye, as well as in from the crown chakra to the third eye, there is more energy flowing through this area than ever before. And this is a very positive aspect, as well as the idea of the energy that you have as a human entity, beginning to add more consciousness from the higher self or oversoul, if you will. And both of these things coupled together is the reason that this is beginning to be uncomfortable. If you are in a meditative state and you wish for this concept to go away, it is all about the accepting of the energy. It is all about placing an intent that allows energy to flow in a more comfortable way, and to remind yourself before every meditation that the third eye is acceptable to have a high energy that flows to this, and that by doing this you wish to have little restriction, and this will help as well.
Okay, fine. I guess that explains the headache or the strange feelings in my head I feel when I get into a meditative state.
Yes, and this is very much a part of this. The pressure of the energy coming from a non-physical place to a physical place is a very quick and rapid pace. It is literally handing information and energy from the atomic level of the DNA to the atomic structure, then to the cellular structure, then to the physical structure. So it is a very quick and rapid pace, and this can cause these issues.
Thank you, I understand. Uh,
Yes.
Are there any other energy blocks besides the one in my third eye chakra?
Yes, within your own self, there is an idea of a chakra energy that is within the third chakra that is not flowing in a 100% correct way. And this concept is one that does not allow the energy to flow. This is the way that you are perceiving time, backwards and forwards, looking backwards into previous things. It is a belief that all humans have. Some humans have a stronger hold to the belief that what has happened in the past is what makes me who I am now. The idea to help you alleviate this blockage is to remove these aspects of the past to yourself. Instead of saying, I am the man who I am now because of these things, because of my learning, because of my working, because of my experiences, it is what shapes me today. Remind yourself in every moment that you are who you are in that moment vibrationally because you are aligned in this way. So if you see attributes that you do not like, that you do not accept, and you feel that they are only there because of your past experiences, remind yourself that you do not have to hold on to this idea. There is also the concept of looking into the future aspects, looking at is if 1 week from today I must do this, and it is very frustrating and upsetting, and I wish that in this time of moving forward to this, that I was better prepared, or that I was different in one way to help achieve my goal. But this is not a specifically useful view as well. When you are looking into this future, it is again better to stay in the moment, realizing that there is an idea that will come, but not latching on to the ways that it must come, not latching on to the ways that you must approach this to successfully complete your task. It is the idea that if I am who I am in this moment, if I allow a full resonation with all things that are going around in my own self at this moment, that anything that comes in the next moment, if I am aligned in the same way, will always be met in the way that is best for the higher self. There is the concept of many humans that say, I am going to have to pay a bill that is 1 month ahead and I do not have financial means to meet this. What happens if I am losing my house? What happens if I am losing my car? But what they do not realize is that if they are in their excitement, there will be one of two outcomes. Either they will be able to financially handle this with unexpected means, or that the higher self is in need of experience to lose the car, to lose the house. And many entities stay on the fear-based aspect of what is it that will lose my house can come of positivity, but reminding you that your higher self knows more greatly the schedule or plan from the higher perspective, and let us say that the house then becomes lost. You are forced to move into another area, or you are forced to have no home at all. And during that time, you are able to meet an entity who is able to give you a financial job that is much greater than the one that you have had previously, or within your future, you are meeting people who will connect you from the heart and help you financially. All of these things are very possible. So the idea is not to focus or obsess on one concept too deeply, to allow all probabilities to manifest.
Okay, I see. This is very helpful. Uh,
Yes!
I have a strong interest in the topic of manifestation. I have some things to say, and I would like to discuss them with you in more detail, if you don't mind.
Yes! This is
Uh,
very acceptable.
okay. So, of course, I want to get rich, travel the world, drive a sports car, etc. From my understanding, in order to experience that kind of reality, I should pulse out and maintain a frequency which is germane to that reality. When I visualize a picture or an image or a symbol corresponding to that reality, I get a strong, overwhelming feeling of excitement. I experience difficulty holding on to that feeling, to that state of being. I often get back to old thought patterns. I guess I should be present in the moment, as you say, as much as possible in order to keep track of my vibrational output. Is that right from your point of view? And could you please offer me some more advice on that subject?
Yes, this is very correct. Staying in the moment is a very vital aspect to being able to maintain this vibration. As you express that when you visualize these aspects, they become very exciting and very grateful, but later in the day or even later in the hour, these things tend to disappear. The reason
Yes,
that they are disappearing is because in your belief systems, you believe that it is not obtainable instantly. The expectations that you are placing on your abundance are what is part of the restrictive current. It is what is helping not manifest these things. There are many ways to do this that would be more fitting to you. The very first is to remove all expectations. There are many entities upon earth that experience, I wish to have abundance, and in their belief systems, it only will come one of a few ways. It will come within winning a lottery. It will come within finding a new, uh, perhaps, service that others do not have, so that they may take the market over and have much money. But it also can come in many other ways. Many people do not realize that financially, money is a very small portion of abundance. The idea of abundance is truly what you define this to be. So placing a check on the definitions that you have is very important, as well as your belief systems that you hold of these things. Much of the earth has the no pain and no gain philosophy, where when you are not able to feel disconnected, or when you are not working hard, you are not able to achieve financial success. But this is not true as well. There are many means of abundance, as we have expressed previously, such as the ability to go out into the world and connect to these things that you wish to experience without money. For instance, if you are excited of traveling the world and to see people and to experience this, there are many ways to do this. But the expectations that you have placed on why or how you must do this is what is not helping. When you experience this idea, do not place restrictions on anything or any one idea. Let all probabilities come into play. So what is suggested is that you are in a meditative state and you ask the question, what is the least restrictive way in which I am able to achieve this? And as you are in a meditative state, writing down all of the ideas that come to you, such as become a traveling salesman so that I may experience free travel. I wish to have financial means. So what is a way to do this? Investigate how you are able to make large amounts of money in a small time. There are literally many ways to do this. The concept is as well that many people, in holding the vibration, begin to remove the vibration of abundancy because of their belief systems. When you are in the moment, you are literally aware of every thought. So what must happen is you must begin to practice the plan of awareness. When you are in each moment, every thought that comes to you, if you can catch all of these thoughts as you are thinking them, you will notice that when you move through the day, you will begin to manifest your thoughts more instantly. You will be able to see how your one thought on today is going to be a negative day can manifest into a negative day very easily. It is the idea that when these thoughts come to you, to remind yourself that they are not correct. To remind yourself that the ego is using these thought patterns so that it may stay in a system and environment that are more concurrent with your belief systems. And it is also very paramount to look at these belief systems and to remove the ones that do not fit you. In the way of going through in your abundance, reminding you that financial abundance is very common and very great way to experience this, but also through the things that excite you the most. If having money is what excites you, then focus upon this idea. But if you wish to travel, if you wish to have a very good financial car, a car that is very expensive, then you may begin to focus on these ideas alone. If you wish to travel, finding all aspects of excitedness of traveling by itself, you may work on this with less restrictions. But when you place all of these into one category, I wish that I have a great financial means, I wish that I have a car, I wish that I have the ability to travel, all of these placed together becomes more restrictive because each one of them is not having a separate energy.
I see. I understand now. This is very helpful.
Yes!
Okay. Just a second. I understand that in order to manifest my preferred reality, I should not only feel it, but also act as if it is already manifested in my experience. Is that true from your point of view?
Yes, this is very true. Let us use this traveling idea for an instance. Let us say that this is your absolute highest excitement. Then during the day, you live in the vibration of traveling. You will pack a suitcase so that when traveling is ready, that you may pick this up and go at any time. You must call all of the airlines to see if they are able to give you a complimentary ticket. You must go to these airports and to talk to the people and become more excited. Literally living in every moment of the day in that excitement without a wondering of how you will do this, without an expectation of how you will gain the means to do this. Just living inside that vibration and excitement for a long enough period will help you manifest all of these things. It is the idea that the longer you are in a positive vibration, the longer that you stay in your excitement, the less restricted manifestation becomes.
I see. I see. Thank you. I have a challenge, a bit of a challenge with that idea. Let me give you an example. Um, um, for example, I want to act like an abundant being. Um, I go to the store and I see something I like. I want to buy it, but I choose not to because I want to, quote to quote, play it safe and not spend all of my money. I continue to act like I will not be supported. I guess I don't have enough conviction in the idea that I am always supported, and I find it difficult to cross that bridge. I would like to hear your perspective on that challenge.
Yes! This is very common with humanity. They do not believe in their own connection to the universe. They do not believe that the universe will support them in the manner that is needed. So what must be done is living inside of this definition. Let us use an example. For instance, there are entities who are very highly excited of the idea of manifesting great financial abundance. There are also entities who are very excited of the idea of being able to live without restrictions. But when they are going to the store, they are consistently looking at the receipts to make sure that not one item was overcharged. They are specifically using a percentage of the tip scale in order to tip the people who are bringing them food. They are consistently making sure that everything was charged correctly because they do not feel they can afford a mistake. This way of being is a being of lack. To do this is very common amongst many human entities, but the idea is to live in a restrictive, free environment. When you are going to the store and you see something that excites you, instead of letting the ego express to you that this is not something that you can afford, that if you buy this, you might not be able to buy something else. Remind yourself in your mind that I am abundant, that regardless of what this item cost, that if I am able to buy this item, I will always be able to buy the next one. Even if your abundance comes $20 or $30 at a time, let it start in this way. Go ahead and buy the idea and let the universe prepare energy and care for you. The concept is that when you buy this, there must not be a guilt or over-obsession of this. You must buy this, accept it, and move forward. In this gaining, this feeling, start off very small. Let us say that you are planning your budget down to the dollar, and when you see something that is $10 that you know you cannot afford, do not think of this in this way. Say, I am going to manifest this $10 extra because I am excited of this. Buy the item. Now, your energy is not sufficient to maintain that. The $10 increment that you spend will not hurt you very deeply. But it is a practice of showing that the universe will support this that will give you your belief system. Many humans must see before they believe, and doing this in very small increments at first will show you. It will show you that I am able to manifest any item that I want at any time, and it will literally, the universe will show you your abundance.
I see, I see. Very helpful. This was the piece I needed. Thank you for
Yes!
that.
You are very welcome for this.
Okay, so I have another question. I am able to trigger a strong pleasure sensation in my body. What is this feeling? Is that the energy flowing, or what is it?
Um, if you are able to express the sensations in more depth, this will help me achieve an understanding of the sensations.
Um, I'm doing it right now as we speak. I don't have the exact words to express that feeling, but it's okay.
Yes, I am feeling this energy from you. This energy is full acceptance. It is opening up your own ego self. It is opening your own personality self to the higher self. It is an acceptance. It is also a love. If you look at it in a way of the creator energy, the creator energy is made from love and light. Not a light in a physical manner, but light as in wisdom. You are opening yourself to love and to wisdom. And when you do this simultaneously, you are truly aligned with what the oversoul is experiencing. And when you are able to open yourself to this oversoul experience, then you become truly whole.
I see. Thank you. Thank you. I find this
Yes!
helpful. Uh, so uh, I think that it will be very helpful for me to go ahead and live in that feeling, to maintain it all day long. Is that correct?
Yes! I'm staying in this vibration as you are working and acting upon your excitements. This is the true nature of manifestation without restriction.
I see. I see. Uh, I know that in order to function properly in the reality I experience, I should connect to my higher self. I know that the easiest way to do that is to follow my excitement to the best of my ability in any given moment. I am not sure if I'm not sure if I'm really doing that, or I'm unconsciously avoiding it because of my beliefs are hiding it or make it seem unexciting. So how do I most easily differentiate my true excitement from the things which are colored as exciting by my beliefs, but are not really representative of my highest excitement?
In the way that you may experience this more fully is when you are going through your day, understanding what stimulates you and excites you is paramount, seeing the difference of what your beliefs believe are exciting, what your self believe is exciting. These are all one and the same. If you are feeling positive, this is the excitement. The concept is that when you are doing this, instead of living in a guessing idea or a guessing energy, do not second guess this nature. If this is feeling good to you, if it is feeling a part of your excitement, then act upon this. Do not worry of what your beliefs are doing, as your beliefs will always either help or help not manifest certain ideas and concepts. But when you see that you are living in your excitement, but you are having a nagging idea or an energy that pulls you away from your excitement, then address the belief system. When you are believing into a certain idea, and then when you are acting and thinking upon this idea, the only thing that actions and specific thoughts will pull away from you is the belief itself. So if you are moving forward into something and it is not manifesting, look into the belief of this exact thing. Let us use an example, again, of your traveling excitement. Let us say that you are acting upon your excitements. Let us say that you are thinking of your excitements, but you are still not manifesting this. This is a red flag indicator that one of your beliefs is connecting. So look at all of your beliefs about traveling. See what it is that you believe about your inability to travel. I am looking at my beliefs at this moment, and they are telling me that I do not believe I may travel without money. Well, let us experience this. Let us express that there are many people that travel for free on a consistent basis. So I am telling myself that this is not true. Working on these beliefs through your second-to-second awareness will be the greatest concept. It is literally practicing this moment-to-moment awareness and catching all thoughts and beliefs in that moment that will help for you of all restriction.
I see. I see. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes!
Okay. So my next question is uh, when I get into a meditative state, I often get face jerks, teeth rattling, and other involuntary movements. For example, my head often moves sideways. Why is that?
The energetic self connecting to the physical self can create many oddities. The oddities that are most distracting, such as the ones that you are speaking of, is all this is the energy connecting from non-physical to physical, as we've expressed previously, and this can be sometimes jolting to. The idea that will help alleviate these issues is to understand that they are coming involuntary and to not focus or create negative thoughts of this. When you are jerking your arm or your head is moving, do not see this to be a negative thing. Understand that it is only a reaction of the energy, accept it and release it from your thought process. Many human entities become very fixated in meditation of all of the things that are not going correctly. This is what creates difficulty. If you are having an itch upon your skin, instead of obsessing of this and trying to ignore it and to remove it from your own mindset, the idea is to itch the itch until it becomes satisfied and then begin to continue from the area that you were forward to remind yourself that this itch is not there anymore, it was in the moment, and release it. When you speak to the host of these ideas, his greatest advice to give is to treat it as if it is a wave of the ocean, and when it comes, it is hitting you, and then you itch it so that the wave may go back into the ocean, and energetically, you are letting it flow back out into the ocean as a wave.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Thank you. Um,
Yes!
I want to start channeling. Is there an entity which I can start channeling soon?
There are many entities that you can connect to through your higher self. In your definition, what is the defined meaning of soon?
Could you please repeat the last sentence?
Yes! In your own definition, what is the time period that you consider to be soon?
Soon, I mean 1, 2 months, 3 months, something like that.
Yes! One moment as I look into your energy for this idea. Yes! Within your own belief systems, within your own energy, as you are in the moment of now, to be able to connect into 1 or 2 months into a channel state has a probability that is less than 7%. This does not mean that you are not ever able to channel. This does not mean that you cannot begin to channel in this time. It only means that with your beliefs and with specific concepts that you have to what channeling is, as well as your overall energy, it will not fit in a time period that is 1 to 2 month period. But let us express the greatest way to improve this probability is to place channeling into your greatest excitement. If you begin to live and breathe and eat connection and live and eat and breathe the idea of channeling, this will raise your probabilities to within 6 months a 67% probability. This means that you will literally wake up in the morning and everything that you are doing in that day that you have the free time to do or that you have and a time for excitement to do will be based about learning and breathing and eating this channeling idea.
I see, I see. This is very helpful. Thank you.
Yes!
Okay, so I have another question. I have heard many times that it is very important to get heart-centered. Yet I don't know what that really feels like. I'm not sure if I'm already doing it or how to do it.
Yes! This feeling that you had expressed previously of feeling very overwhelmed and very exhilarated in that time that was connected to your love and to your light, this is what being heart-centered means. Being heart-centered is truly defined by being aligned with what you truly are in that moment.
Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, you are very welcome.
Sometimes I feel excited about teaching other people. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do that. Um, I feel that it will be much easier for me if I already have manifested my desires. Um, should I wait or should I go ahead and start classes or courses in order to teach other people metaphysical concepts? What is your perspective on that?
In what level of your overall excitements does this fall into?
Um, I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's not the most exciting thing for me right now, but I have placed some expectancy on that. I mean, um, I see it like teaching other people could be the way for the manifestations to be revealed to me. But I guess this is expectation that I shouldn't have it.
Yes, the idea is that if the prospects of actually teaching an entity these ideas so that they may use it for whatever purpose, it does not matter the specific reason of why it excites you, as long as it excites you. If the excitedness is there, then move forward on teaching these ideas. When you are teaching, many entities are held up by the belief that how am I able to teach when I am not a master of this? This
Yes,
is not
exactly.
how the teacher student aspect works. All of you are teachers and all of you are students. The idea is to place your excitement on which one you are at that moment. The host has a very similar excitement of teaching other entities, but he has realized that in that teaching he becomes able to learn more of himself. He begins to find more answers within himself. So teaching other entities, if it is a part of your overall excitement, is a very high vibrational way to connect yourself. This is very highly recommended to any entity who it excites.
I see. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you as well.
I have another question. How to go about losing some weight? Do you have any suggestions? Exercise doesn't seem very exciting to me.
Yes, the idea is that in losing this weight, if it is for a visual aspect, if it is so that I may look better, then there is already an issue. There is already a judgment that is being made. If it is in your excitement, because you just wish to lose weight, whether it be of health or for looks, the idea is that you are not judging yourself. Many entities judge themselves in the size that they are, so they wish to change this. This is not the correct motivational tool. If you wish to change your size and lose this weight, the greatest way to go about this is accepting yourself as you are and knowing that this weight will serve another purpose. If you are trying to lose weight from an area of lack, an area of disconnection, it will never manifest. It will never be of a proper excitement. So in this losing of weight, the idea is to be excited of who you may be once you have lost this weight, to visualize yourself as that entity at this moment. If you say, I wish to lose 35 pounds, then begin to visualize yourself 35 pounds lighter and live in a vibration of excitement for losing this weight. This will help manifest this more quickly.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Yes!
Um, so just a second. How come in my universe it is all my consciousness? How am I my own universe? What happens, for instance, if I murder someone? I'm not going to. I'm just wondering.
In what way do you mean what is happening there? Do you mean that you are, the question is based in the idea, if you kill another entity, if you are truly only killing a portion of yourself?
Am I, yes, yes, am I really killing a portion of myself?
Yes, you are doing both of these. This is a very complex idea, but in your own universal perspective, this entity that you are experiencing is a portion of your own consciousness. It is manifested outwardly into an experience of another entity. But there is also the aspect that because you have done that, there is another entity who is living and experiencing that life. So this entity is also the strongest entity in the center of its own universe. If this entity is in an area with you, when your highest excitement is to kill this entity, then both of you have co-created this reality. This is why it is expressed that neither killing nor being killed, neither being rich nor poor, all of these polar opposites are acceptable. They are experiences that the soul requires and needs, and either one of these is acceptable. The idea that if you kill this entity, both of these ideas are true. You have taken another entity's life at that moment so that they may go to their next cycle of incarnation, but you have also killed a portion of your own consciousness. You have seen them as separate from you, you have experienced them as separate from you, and you have decided to place your own free will ahead of their own free will. This creates a negative cycle of energetic portion, but is very acceptable and very overall accepted by the universe. So if you can wrap your mind around the concept of it being a separate entity as well as a portion of you, this would be the answer.
I see, I see. This was the piece I was looking for.
Yes!
Okay, so the next question. I have heard about astral projection and lucid dreaming. When I attempt to do any of that, I just lose my lucidity. I mean, I just fall asleep and get unconscious in a sense. Do you have any advice on how to keep my lucidity while sleeping and dreaming?
Yes! There are very many ideas or tips, if you will, that can help you create this. The very first is by placing your intent. Before you go to sleep, use a meditative state. First, remind your entire body to relax. Many entities go through each individual body section, such as first they are falling asleep at the feet, and then the ankle, and then the calf, and the knee, and the upper leg, and continue until all muscles are relaxed. And then they begin going through a system in which they are repeating the intent. I wish to have a lucid dream. I will have a lucid dream. I will experience this lucid dream. To repeat one of those intents over and over and over again after your body is in a meditative state, after you are relaxed and connected, the more that you remind yourself of this affirmation, the more likely you will be able to manifest this. The other idea is to keep your body aligned with the greatest concept of sleeping state, such as the drinking of water very often so that the body is in full electric capacity. The distilled water that you have has no loss of electricity as it moves through the muscles and moves through the skin. This is very common, as well as the idea that resting only when your body is physically tired. If you are doing all of these things, it will help increase the probability of maintaining a lucid dream.
Okay, thank you.
Yes!
I hear a constant noise in my ears. When I meditate, I hear it more strongly. It is not something that bothers me. I just wondered if you are able to tell me something about it.
Yes! Is this sound a ringing sound? Perhaps a high-pitched squeal?
It's very high pitch.
Yes! This means that other entities are trying to connect you, whether it be entities outside of your physical reality, as in entities that are aligned in your oversoul, or whether it is entities who have passed on in your physical reality and are in between existences. When you hear this pitching ring inside of your ear, it is truly an entity trying to connect you. It is trying to energetically connect you and trying to connect information.
I hear it all the time.
Yes, and this is because your third eye is awakening. You are able to experience the entities in the higher existence. The more that you connect to this alignment, the more that you let go of your restrictive beliefs, the more you will experience of them.
The meditation is easier for me when I concentrate on that sound, on that noise.
Yes, this is done subconsciously as your higher self knows that this is a way to connect to entities, that this sign that you are having in your ear is truly an indication of connection. And this is why it is subconsciously connecting to you. I wish to also express to you that there is approximately 5 to 10 minutes left in this connection. So if you have any questions that tend to be perceived as more important, if you are placing them in the beginning of the lines of questionings, perhaps this will assist you greatly.
Okay, let's talk about my galactic family. Where are my strongest connections?
Yes! In your own higher self, there are many entities, but within some of the strongest connections, you have an entity who is of a Syrian nature. These entities are the fifth density entities that are very humanish by nature. There are also one connection that you have in the Pleiadian region. These entities are not the stereotypical Pleiadian human entities. These are one that appear to be ape-like entities, such as your Bigfoot entity, but they are fourth density nature, very highly connected to what they truly are. There is also an entity that is in the gray hybrid area. These entities are from a small star that is within your Sagittarius constellation, and these entities are very connected to humanity and have hybrided with humanity.
I see. Thank you. And
Yes!
if we have a few minutes left, I would like to ask you about my so-called past and future lives.
Yes, there is approximately a 5 to 7 minute area left in the connection. So whatever you believe that we may achieve in this time is very acceptable.
Okay, so could you please extend on my so-called past lives here on Earth or the probable future lives?
Yes! I am not sure if we may cover all of these in this time. There are 3 previous existences that I connect to very greatly. There is one probable future. The one in the probable future is what you would call 157 of your years in the future. There is 3 previous incarnations, one in the 1800 area. There is one that is within the 1500 area, and there is one that is within the 1300 area. Which one of these do you wish to explore?
I'm not sure about that. Maybe the one in the 1300 area.
Yes, the one that is within the 1300 area is falling in that of the southern area of South America. And in this 1300 area, it is the southernmost country in South America. I'm not sure of the name that it has, but in this existence, you are connected to the shaman of this tribe, the entity that is known to connect to spirits, and you are very great friends with this entity. You spend your entire life learning the process of connecting not only to aspects of your own self to teach you in the healing practices, but you are also connecting to entities outside of your reality. In this reality, there are many entities that you believe to be gods, but are truly type 1 and type 2 entities from a 5th and 6th density nature. In this connection, as you are connecting back and forward, there is one entity that connects to the shaman friend of yours very deeply, that is truly a portion of your oversoul. You feel such a great resonance with this reptilian entity, as it feels such great energy and great knowledge that is given. You begin to connect this entity as one of your family members. This does not resonate with certain members of the tribe, and you are always in constant confrontation. You are fighting verbally and physically with these entities because you dare believe that this god is a part of your family. So they are always arguing and fighting, so you always are feeling a need to be quiet of this information. You are always not willing to talk freely of these ideas for fear of ridicule and arguments. And in this existence, towards the end of your existence, you break free of this restriction. You begin to say to every entity how you truly feel, and the shaman that is your best friend is backing you up on these ideas. It feels the connection that you have to this entity. It knows the words that are being expressed through the communication, and everyone begins to accept you as a very high member of this council. And in this existence, it is very deeply connected to you at this time.
I see. Thank you. Um,
Yes!
I often hear the furniture at home cracking without any apparent reason. I don't know if this is something significant or not, but I decided to mention it. Do you have any comments on that?
Yes, some of this is what you would call a settling house, but there are many times when it is much louder and much more frequent. These are what you would say to be humans who have passed on. They are in between their incarnation cycle as they experience time, and they are connecting to you. They are connecting to living the life that they once lived by connecting to the physical reality. They enjoy your own energy as well as the energy of the overall area that you live, so they are literally trying to relive their life from a non-physical perspective. I wish to express to you that the time has come to disconnect, and I wish to express to you my great excitement and great enjoyment to connect to you.
Thank you very much. The information is very useful to me, and I appreciate it.
Yes, this is a great excitement that this information may be useful to you. I wish to express to you that I am very grateful for your connection and that I am very grateful for what we have learned from each other through our connection. And with this idea being expressed, I will leave you this evening in love and in light. And we will experience each other again very soon.
Okay, thank you, Trap.
Yes, you're very welcome. Good night.
Good night.